Hey, another quick message from the car from myself, AndiSkips, and today is the anniversary of my father's passing, and next year it's going to be 30 years that he hasn't been around, that I lost him. And some people might think that 30 years is a long time, and in some respects of course it is, but to me it's gone quite quickly. A blink, if I can say that. But it seems like he's been gone a long while, and obviously I miss him a lot. He was a real character, a real eccentric and an artist, and I suppose I've got a lot of his traits in some ways. He questioned things. He wouldn't necessarily accept the narrative that was given to him, and he questioned me and made me question things. So from that point of view, I've got a lot of his traits. But 30 years is not a long time in some respects, and it made me realise that, I mean, I was quite young when he passed, but it made me realise how fleeting life can be. He died quite young, I was quite young when he passed, and realising that we've got a blink of an eye on this earth. When I started work when I was I just turned 17 when I started work in the photographic industry in Kingston in Surrey, and I didn't really know very much about the photographic industry. I didn't know very much about life, to be fair. And I worked in that job for about a year and a half. Anyway, just before my 19th birthday, I think it was, I got a job in London working at a company called the Times Drawing Office in just off Hanover Square in the city, in London City. And I was given the task of setting up a department. So at like 18, 19, I was pretty young to be taking on such responsibility, and I got chatting to a guy, one of the employers there, and I said, "Oh, how long have you worked here?" And he said, "I've worked here for 40 years." Anyway, 40 years to me back then, when I was 18, 19, I couldn't even comprehend what 40 years meant. Anyway, as a bit of an aside, I left that company after a short while, actually, because I got offered a position on a training and evangelism course with the church, which was again in London, in Tooting, and I actually absolutely had a great year, learning about the Bible, learning about evangelism, learning about spirituality, about myself, and so I had a really good year. But it was at the end of that year that my dad passed away, and obviously that was then a really difficult time. It was actually a difficult time leaving the training and evangelism course and the team that I'd got so close to, and support network around, and then I went back to my home church and my home situation, which was difficult. And so I realised that making the most of every day, taking the opportunities as they come up, is really, really important. I have been blessed that I've lived a life where I've done that for much of my life, because at the young age of, I think I was 20 when my dad passed away, his death made me realise how fleeting life is. And so I've always tried to live life taking risks, taking chances, going for it. So my encouragement to you today is, book that holiday, book that round the world trip, take that jump out of an aeroplane with a parachute, obviously. Go and do something that you've always wanted to do, and just go for it. Start that company. Hand in your notice if you hate your job. Change your location if you don't like where you live. There's so many things that you can do to change your life, and like I say, we're here for a blink. I said I did a video last week about signs from heaven, or a spanner in the works. I don't know if you saw that one, but one of the things that I didn't say, I wanted to say, but I can only say so much on the length of video that I want to put out, is that my sister called me and she said to me, Andrew, Dad isn't going to be around forever, so you should go and spend some time with him. And I wasn't living at home at that time, and so I rang my dad and I said to him, you know, is there anything you're working on? Can I help you with anything? And he said, yeah, I'm refurbishing some windows in the house. Do you want to come over and help? So I rang in work and I said, I'm going to take a few days off work. Is that okay? And they were fine with that. And so I did. So I spent 2 or 3 days helping my dad, shooting the breeze, doing the windows, helping him out and spending time with him. Anyway, it wasn't very long after that he passed away. So, you know, God used my sister to give a sign to me about my dad's passing and about the importance of, get emotional, the importance of spending time with people and giving attention to people and giving attention when God puts his finger on something. So yeah, it was good that she said that. She obeyed God. Or she didn't, maybe she didn't even know it was a word from God. It was just, I heard the words that she said about spending time with my father, and I went to see him and spent that precious time with him. I dearly miss him. Say the things that you need to say to your loved ones. Do the things that you want to do. I also spoke to a neighbour who's in his 80s. He might even be in his 90s, but he's as fit as a fiddle. But he said to me, I said about, I'm going off to the USA in January, and he said, oh, it's brilliant that you're doing that. He said, do it whilst you're young, because when you get older, it gets hard. And he said, I know people who have waited until their retirement to go on these trips of a lifetime, and then either can't do it physically, or they pop their clogs and leave the earth. So he gave me an encouragement as well to go and live your life and do what you want to do. I will say this though, in finishing, is that do what you want to do in conjunction with the will of God. God has a will for you and a desire for your life. If you're submitted to him, which I hope I am, and I try to do every day, I believe that what I do during my days, he will bless and he will ordain. He will close the doors that need to be closed and open the other doors that need to be open. And I can trust him that whatever happens, he has got my best interests at heart. And if you're submitted to him, he will have your best interests at heart, and good things will come out of it. So do what you want to do what you feel God is calling you to do. You know, God says he wants to give us the desires of our hearts, but that needs to be the desires in conjunction with his calling upon our lives. So know your calling. I've said this before, and submit your plans to God and ask him to guide your steps, and you know, be open to whatever he wants to do. So many people, and I've been fortunate again that I haven't been too connected to the system through my life, but I still am. But if we're too connected to the system, we're just wandering around like robots or automatons. And you know, you have a free will. This world, this life is a beautiful thing. So go and live it, go and enjoy it. Jesus said in John 10:10, I have come that you might have life in all its fullness. Life in all its fullness. You know, you don't know how long you've got. I didn't know how long my dad had. I didn't know how long my mum had. Nobody knows how long you've got. So take the opportunity to do the things you want to do in conjunction with God's will. Hope that makes sense. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks everybody for watching, liking, sharing and whatever. And love you all. Going to say adios amigos. Ciao, ciao. Bye.